Hello, my name is Afika and my metric number is 273557. For introduction, export are goods and service produced in one country and bought by the people of another country. Another company is import. They are goods and service purchased by citizens, business, and government of a country produced in a foreign country. The trade balance is the value of a country's export minus its imports. There are two types of trade balance, which is favorable trade balance and unfavorable trade balance. For research background, since 2008, Malaysia has been the top trending partner of China within the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. For 5 years in a row, Malaysia's China is the third largest trading partner in Asia due to the two-way trade balance between China and Malaysia. In this study, export Malaysia to China and import Malaysia from China is defined as the explanatory variable, while the trade balance between Malaysia and China will be the explained variable. For research question, Malaysia and China have a complementary relationship that refers to two-way trade between the two countries. The rise of China as a significant country in the regional and global arena has become a major phenomenon in recent years. This shows that with the rapid growth of the economy, the world is now starting to focus more on China, not to mention that China has grown enough in recent years to become an opponent of the United States trade war. This situation has led to the question that export Malaysia to China and import Malaysia from China in a good condition or bad condition, while having a trade war between the United States, and whether the trade war will have an effect on Malaysia's trade balance.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurafika binti Sana Adidin. My metric number is 272145. For our research, we have three main objectives, which is to determine how export and import affect the trade balance between Malaysia and China, to analyze the export of Malaysia and China, and to analyze the import of Malaysia and China between 2010 until 2020. The importance of this study is to understand how export and import flow between Malaysia and China from 2010 until 2020. This study also will show whether the import and export flow are in good condition or in bad condition, and the reason for the flow. For literature review, numerous studies are distributed that are just the same as development of the trade balance between Malaysia and China. The majority of studies which separately look at the effect on the economic growth of both export and imports. The authors also look at the effect using only the export indicator. There were several links with this analysis on the impact of export and import of goods and services between Malaysia and China, which may be helpful in having a more clearly view on the result of this study.
Good morning everyone, so today I will presenting the growth rate of total export of Malaysia and China within 2010 to 2020. So first we go to 2010, which recorded a 19.66% of growth rate in export. Is because of the strong demand in E&E products and also the high spending in electronic gadget at China because of the 2-year stimulus package introduced by China government in 2008. While for 2011, it recorded a 13.21% of growth rate. It is slightly decreased compared to last year because of the economic uncertainty in manufacturing sector, especially for E&E products. While for the increase of export is due to the emerging markets, which causing a strong demand in the electronic gadgets. While for next year, the 2012 is recorded a negative growth rate, which is 2.74%. This is due to the economic uncertainty contributed by the government debt at Europe, the US fiscal cliff, and stagnance of Japan economy. All of this is contribute to the sector manufacturing. While for 2013, it recorded a growth rate of 9.26% of export growth rate. This is due to the manufacturing sector having a recovery from the last year's situations. While for 2014, it recorded again a negative growth rate of export, which is 4.71%. This is due to the slumping global price of the palm oil and crude natural rubbers, and also because of the depreciation of the ringgit Malaysia. While for 2015, it recorded a 9.88 growth rate of the export. This is due to the free trade agreement between China and Malaysia, which contribute to the E&E products and also the manufacturing sector. While for 2016, it recorded again 2.93% of negative growth rate. This is due to the economic uncertainty in the markets and the weak aggregate demands, and especially for the dramatically dropped price for the commodity products. Next is 2017, which recorded a significant growth rate, which is 27.99%. This is due to the free trade agreements between China and Malaysia, and this led to a strong demands of E&E products. While for 2018, it recorded a 10.11% of growth rate export. This is because of the trade war between US and China, which causing chemical products for US is being tariffed by the China governments, and this causing the price increase and giving the opportunity for chemical product by Malaysia to export to China. And next we go to 2019, which recorded a 0.5% of growth rate economy is due to the palm oil products, which is the first rebound after the slide for 7 years. This is also due to the trade war between US and China, which giving the benefit for the price of palm oil to increase. While 2020, it recorded a negative growth rate, which is 7.74%. This is the data from January to October, and the manufacturing sector is still as the major component for the contribute to the export Malaysia to China. So that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Haris bin Zaini, number matrix 269557. I will present the trend of Malaysian import from China and the trade balance for the two countries, which is from 2010 to 2020. Based on the following diagram, there is an increase in the number of import from China from year to year. This increasing data shows that the dependence of Malaysian import from China is very high. However, according to the graph from the data collected, the growth rate of Malaysian import from China shows an inconsistent rate, which is the decrease and increase during the study period. The highest growth rate was recorded in 2012, and the lowest decline occurred in 2020. Next, among the commodities imported and showing an increase are E&E product, machinery, appliance, iron and steel equipment, and lastly petroleum product. This commodity was very high demand for both countries, which have been a deal for both countries to import and export the same commodity to fill up the resources and build new product from the goods to be traded with the higher price. Next, the factors that contribute to the increase in import is the level of advanced technology that used by China enables the product produced to be in better quality and can be produced in large quantity. This have given a good reputation of China's goods and confidence for Malaysia to import and use goods and services produced by China. The second factors are e-commerce cooperation between the two countries that allow sellers and buyers from both countries to do an online trading, which is selling and buying easily and cause many buyers from Malaysia to import goods from China easily. The last factor is the cooperation or bilateral relationship between both countries from the political and economic access that have boost and ensure trade relations remain secure for a long period of time. Among the factors that caused the decline in import from China was the trade war between China and the United States. This situation caused the economy of China to slow down and affect the level of production of goods and services and eventually affect import from China to Malaysia. Next, I will present about the trade balance. The trade balance between Malaysia and China is in the period of 2010 to 2020. Uh, The trade balance is the difference between the value of import and value of export over a year. From the data show that from 2010 to 2011, there is a trade balance surplus where export exceed import. From 2012 to 2013, it was found that the trade balance with China showed a deficit of trade balance, which import exceed export. This shows that China is one of the countries that is the largest sources of import to Malaysia. According to the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, China remained the largest trading partner for 10 consecutive years until 2019, with trade volume growing 8.1% to RM 313.8 billion as of 2019. That's all from me.
Greetings, I'm Bridget 263162. To be summarized, our export and import increased from 2010 to 2018 but decreased afterwards. And we experienced trade surplus where export higher than import from 2010 to 2011. And then trade deficit occur where import is higher than export from 2012 to 2020. Even though trade deficit is happening, the trade deficit decreased starting 2016 until 2020. We have found that a few contributing factors towards the development of trade balance of Malaysia and China, where the first one is manufacturing of electrical and electronic products (E&E). For the first 2 years, Malaysia experienced trade surplus where there is high demand from China towards E&E products. However, when the China manufacturing sector begin to be competitive, the demand from China towards E&E product become decreased. That's where trade deficit begin to happen. Secondly, the demand of local community, which is Malaysian, towards China intermediate goods supplies, such as spare and accessory or food and beverage, begin to increase. That is causing import higher than export. And the last one, to develop the trade balance, Malaysia implemented ASEAN-China Free Trade Agreement, where allowed Malaysian to be able to export with low or no trade tariff. And to a large extent, it allowed Malaysia and China to build a sustainable trade balance.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And hi, salam biru warna. So I will keep on presenting our group assignment, which I will present about this recommendation. Before that, my name is Abdul Haziq bin Abdul Kongin, and my metric number is 271742. So actually, based on this study, we have a few recommendations. For the first one is manufacturers should conduct multiple upskilling programs to employees in developing their skills. And the second one is the local sellers or companies should provide more exposure to the local community by promoting their goods and services through e-commerce platforms such as we know, like Facebook, Lazada, and Shopee. So, and the last one is a free trade agreement. Open up more chances for local companies to export to China with lower or no tariff. So this can increase the demand and supply for these for the both countries, for our country and for this China. So not only that we can gain a good relation with China, but also that we can expand our trade balance. And increasing the economic growth for our company, for our country. So that's all from the recommendation. Thank you.